feel like I'm the most fierce competitor there is. I don't think I'm ever going to find something to equal the game of basketball. Basketball is my love, always have been. I can't ever envision an ending of something like that until I'm dead and gone.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan.
I've always felt that when it was all said and done, that Michael Jordan was the best player ever to play the game.
They talk about guys being competitors. He was the fiercest of all the competitors.
Whether it was a meaningless game in April or Game 6 of the NBA Finals, he just played so hard, all he wanted to do was win.
I knew, the announcers knew, everyone in the building knew, the team the Bulls were playing knew that at that moment, Michael was going to get the ball. And guess what? Michael got the ball.
Could set the bar at 7.5 feet and tell them nobody's ever jumped that before, and they say, I can do it.
Every night he stepped on the floor, he put on a cape. He can save anyone from anything.
North Carolina came to Cameron Indoor Stadium to play against Duke. During the game, Michael hit his head on the backboard. They had to stop the game. And when we broke the huddle, we kind of looked at each other going, do we have to go back out there? That guy just hit his head on the backboard.
We played a game called Chicken where we'd start out at the three-point line, go in and try to dunk on each other. And believe it or not, I actually dunked on Michael Jordan. He probably would deny that, but I did.
We're playing in the opening game of the Olympics against a very inferior team. I said, Mike, I want this game over with in 5 minutes. Well, there's a TV timeout with 4 minutes gone in the game. Michael patted me on the shoulders. He walked by and said, Coach, check the scoreboard. We're a minute ahead of schedule. I looked up at the scoreboard. We were ahead by 17 points.
Michael Jordan, baby, the magnificent, the best player in America, pound for pound, inch for inch.
When I hear your name, I think of how much I detested you because we could never get over the top.
Right now, I would go up to him and just grab his neck and just...
As a fan of the bad boy Detroit Pistons, I was so elated when we eliminated the Bulls a couple of years, but when the Bulls finally got over the hump, I felt like I was in the line with Isaiah and Lambeer and the rest of the crew that walked off the floor and didn't shake the Bulls' hands.
Chicago going for their first world championship in the Jordan era, and he goes up, he elevates, he switches hands in the air. The most beautiful move that I had seen.
Michael Jordan became a symbol of both the Bulls and the league.
Michael Jordan showed that the name on the back of the jersey could be bigger than the name on the front.
My son is 3 years old. If you ask him who wears number 23, he'll say Michael Jordan.
I chose the number 23. One of the reasons was because of Michael Jordan.
He was the blueprint for how to make a lot of money as a personality and as a personal brand.
The other day, we were going through a walkthrough, and there was 15 guys in the room, and 13 of those 15 guys had Jordans.
Playing against him for the first time in 1997. I got thrown into the fire. He was just so strong by the time I tried to buy him off. Swatted me in. I'm in his basement. We have all the old footage on VHS. Watching it. Just like drill in Canada. He broke down how to score basketball. That year, I was averaging like almost 40. San Antonio playing. I just love that 50 back home and walked over there. The first shot I took like a 54. I think I shot like 8 feet.
Michael Jordan is just that competitive fire. He held everybody to championships. This type of dude you look at and admire and want to be like.
He was all universe, all planet, the best of the best.
It had been 14 years since he last had touched a baseball bat. To go to the AA level and to do what he did, he's a phenomenal athlete.
He was playing against the Utah Jazz and heard from someone off the court after he dunked on John Stockton that he should pick on someone his own size. And then a few plays later, dunked on 7-footer Mel Turpin and went back and said, is that guy big enough for you?
He would always try to butter guys up, get fuzzy and warm with them, and then go out and just kill them. Michael Jordan has his steakhouse in Chicago. He has the whole Phoenix team in his steakhouse. How are the Phoenix Suns going to beat Michael Jordan after going to dinner with him and Michael picking up the tab? It was no way it was going to happen. And sure enough, it didn't happen. He tried that with me, but I wasn't going for it.
Michael Jordan was everything.
Everybody's hero.
That guy's got a lot of heart.
I was just so in awe.
He changed my life.
Once in a lifetime.
He's the greatest of all time.
Every time a naysayer say he can't do this, well, I think I can prove you wrong. I think I can do that. Never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
Yo, Chuck, what's the move, man? I was on my way up here to the studio, you know what I'm saying? And this brother stopped me and asked me, yo, what's up with that brother Chucky D? He swear he nice. I said, yo, the brother don't swear he nice, he knows he's nice, you know what I'm saying? So, Chuck, I got a feeling you turning into a public enemy, man. Now, remember that line you was kicking to me on the way out to L.A. Lounge in Queens while we was in the car on the way to the shop? Well, yo, right now, kick the bass for them brothers and let them know what goes on.
Rolling Stones of the rap game, not bragging. Lips bigger than Jagger, not sagging. Spell it backwards, I'ma leave it at that. That ain't got nothing to do with rap. Check the facts, expose those cats who pose as heroes, take advantage of blacks. The government's gangsters, so cut the crap. A war going on, so where y'all at? Fight for power, cause great responsibility. F the police, but who's stopping you from killing me? Disasters, fiascos, a loop by P.E. If it's I instead of we believe in TV. Spitting rich and bitches, this new thing about snitches. Watch the masses move as the masses switches. System distant, but barely missed her. My soul is just to save my brothers and sisters. Get up!
Just like that.
Get up!
Just like that.
Get up!
Just like that.
Get up!
Just like that. Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, man, let me tell you a little something, man. These brothers running around, hard-headed, they get a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know, they try you down with them. But yo, Chuck, you got to tell them just like that.
Screaming gangster 20 years later. Of course, endorse while consciousness faded. New generations believe in them fables. Gangster boogie on 2 turntables. So no love, so it's easy to hate it. Desecrated while the coroner waited. Any given Sunday, so where y'all rated? With slavery, lynching, and them drugs infiltrated. I'm like that doll Chucky, baby. Keep coming back to live love life like I'm crazy. Keep it moving, rising to the top. Duck fresh, clean living, you don't stop. Revolution means change, don't look at me strange. So I can't repeat what other rappers be saying. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Harder than you think is a beautiful thing. Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that. Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, man, let me tell you a little something, man. These brothers running around, hard-headed, they get a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know, they try to bring you down with them. But yo, Chuck, you got to tell them just like that.
So it's time to leave you a preview, so you too can review what we do. 20 years in this business, how you sell soul, gee whiz. People bear witness. Thank you for letting us be ourselves. So don't mind me if I repeat myself. These simple lines be good for your health, to keep them crime rhymes on the shelf. Live love life like you just don't care. 5,000 leaders never scared. Rain and noise is the moment they feared. Get up, still a beautiful idea. Get up, throw your hands in the air. Get up and show no fear. Get up if y'all really care. He need 20 years, now get up.
Yeah, that's right. We're public enemy number 1 in New York. Public enemy number 1 in Philly. Public enemy number 1 in D.C. Public enemy number 1 in Cleveland, Ohio. Also we're public enemy number 1 in St. Louis. Public enemy number 1 in New Jersey and Buzzing. We're also public enemy number 1 in Cincinnati, in Atlanta. We're public enemy number 1 in Chicago. Public enemy number 1 in Detroit. Public enemy number 1 in Oakland. Public enemy number 1 in Baltimore. Public enemy number 1 in Miami. Public enemy number 1 in Indiana. Also public enemy number 1 in L.A. Also Republican